Yep, I think we are live.
Damn right.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my access. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
Buck roll.
This shit gon' ride. Living in the
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one
westward sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that black work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion.
Notice your pain. My pain? It runs deep. Share it with me.
You muted. Yo, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Latam Hashem Yahweh Shah. You unmuted yourself, Awaja?
Con, sir.
All right, man. I'm your host, Kazak Amaf, out of IHBK, Detroit to be exact. This Awaja, man, the big fro guy on the right side of my screen. Yeah, man, that hair garment's still sweet, glorious.
The water, sir. Appreciate that.
Whenever you want, pass it along. But yeah, man, so I wanted to, one, I can't stay long for too long. I got to get out here and do these interviews concerning, what's the sister from North Carolina?
Robinson.
Shanquella Robinson.
Con.
Shanquella Robinson, man, where she went out of town with 6 friends and ended up getting found dead in some Mexican hotel, right?
Yeah, and I thought she was in the street or something. Thought she got
found dead last night while on vacation in Cabo San Lucas, and on Thursday called the death the result of a direct attack. I didn't really say where she was from. It said Shanquella Robinson, 25, was traveling with college friends from Winston-Salem State University when she was found dead in a vacation rental property, said her father, Bernard Robertson. So she was in a vacation rental property, so probably like an Airbnb or something like that in Mexico. Robertson with 6 friends arrived October 28th in Mexico, according to a Thursday statement by Mexican prosecutor working on extradition proceedings with their country's attorney general and foreign affairs ministry. So basically, she go out with 6 friends, man. Apparently, she was with some like transgender or homosexual men and all of that stuff, whatever they supposed to be called nowadays. I'm not really sure. Everybody's so sensitive to direct terminology or actual terminology. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, whatever you want, the alphabet community. She was with a group of them from college. Now us in the ISBK, we know it ain't safe to be around these groups. You know what I'm saying? It's for one, to be homosexual is a mental illness. They're mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really safe to just be untrained around certain types of people. And here she is around, and you see on the video where she's attacked by what looks to be another girl, what could possibly be a transgender. So one of the questions we got to go out on the street tonight and ask is, what do you think about a man beating a woman? And the next question is, what do you think about a transgender? Because Black women, let's be honest, love transgenders. They love gay men. In love with them. To the point they make them their best friends and they want to hang out with them and be in these homosexual clubs with them and bring them around their children, around their families. And in return, they learn that their support of them has caused them to fall short. In the sport arena, the fighting arena, which is a sport arena as well, but they beating the crap out of them in these fighting arenas. The UFC for women and all of this boxing, and you got these transgenders that's beating the living crap out of these women. Right. And I think it's called femicide. Femicide, when it's like when you kill a woman because she's a woman.
Damn right. That's
what it's called. I'm gonna look it up to make sure I'm saying that term right, but I believe it's called femicide or something like that. And that's what they're trying to charge them with. And why? Because the person who killed her only did this because she was a woman. So why would a woman be jealous of another woman being a woman? They wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
Right. But a transgender man would be jealous of that. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like the fight that we seen on the internet ain't what killed her, because if you see that fight, she's still upright and all of that stuff. But you see what happened to her later, and you looking like, okay, she was beaten even worse. You know what I'm saying? Where she couldn't sit up or she couldn't move and all of this stuff because her neck was broke, and she laid there and she died. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not sure, man. That could have been a transgender, man.
Kind of. I think that's what they saying. It was actually a transgender that beat her up initially, and probably came back to finish the job. But just to your point, sir, Slocky, just to your point, sir, it is awful for a woman to be around a transgender. They think that they can be friends with them people, and they cannot, because the whole time they want to be you, and they're jealous of you because they know they can never be you.
Right.
They can never, ever be you. They can never, ever compete with you. None of that stuff. They don't. There's no way that they're on the same level as a woman, and they know that deep inside their heart. So they're not there trying to be your friend and all that. It just seems like that. You may think that. It's like a spy. You think a spy coming in to be your friend and all that, but they want to destroy you. That's all they want to do. You can't be friends. A female cannot be friends with a man trying to be a woman, because it's clearly something wrong with this person.
And what the proof is, when you watch the video, what's going on is you got another homosexual man holding the camera, and he like fight back or something.
Good.
But nothing in his psychotic mind told him to break up this fight. She's not fighting back. You know what I'm saying? There's no use for you to continue attacking her, perpetually attack this sister because she's not fighting back. She never once fought back. She just took blow after blow and did not fight back whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
And that's further to our point that another man just stood there. He was enjoying her get beat up.
Mm-hmm.
These is grown men, and this is a woman, and she getting the tar beat out of her by a man. The tar beat out of her by a man, and another man just standing there holding the camera talking about fight back.
Fight
he
back
don't
or something.
Want her to fight back.
Yeah, he's looking for a show.
Yeah, he's looking for a show. That's it. Another woman getting beat up. He was happy that sister was getting beat up. Anybody would have tried. If it had been anybody would have tried to stop that. Like, come on, man, stop.
Yeah, no, and you know what's crazy? They made it so to where nobody can even step. An actual man couldn't even step in to help her because you know what they call it once a heterosexual brother beats on some transgender or homosexual man. It's a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? It turns into a hate crime because they assume you only did it because you hate homosexuals. Well, nobody hate homosexuals. We hate the fact that they're so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? They try to be so aggressive and demanding. They demand that you accept them. They demand that you see them. They need you to see. That's how you know they're mentally ill. They demand that you see them being sexual. You see their disgusting ways. They demand that you accept them and be around them. They demand that you accept them for whatever they claim they want to be. But yeah, here we are in a state and point where Kyrie Irving is being shunned because he said we are the real Jews, or he posted something that speaks of us being the real Jews. Because Kanye West said we are real Jews, and they call these brothers anti-Semitic. They're going against it. But in that case, if a man wants to be a woman and America says you have to accept him as a woman, the pursuit of happiness, you have to accept him as a woman. It's not hurting nobody. When in all reality, it's hurting all of the black community. Guess what? You should accept us as the real Jews because we say we are. And it ain't hurting nobody for us to say who we really are. Why does it affect the Jewish? Why does it affect the fake Jews? Because what if people do start to consider that we are the real Jews? Then they won't be so quick to be homosexual. They won't be so quick to be whores or accept homosexuals. You won't be able to get on the internet and watch some sister be beat down by some transgender man because she'll know not to even be around him. Why? Because the Lord said he's an abomination. You know what I'm saying? So they asked who should they lock up? Every friend that was there to witness the murder of that sister being beat to death by some transgender woman. It's accessory to a crime. And guess who said something? Nobody. They said she was found like that.
Yeah, they call it accessory to murder or accessory after the fact.
Yeah.
After the fact.
And then they helped the witness. They helped the assailant get away. You know what that is? What is that? Harboring a fugitive.
Harboring a fugitive. Con, sir.
And it wouldn't have been no case no other time. Why is this okay that and the trial is going on so long? They got all this technology where they can tell it was you by your voice, and they match your voice with this voice using this machine, and they see that it was you. And then you can look in the camera and see which friend this was beating on her. Listen, man, these weren't her friends. Too often, sisters are lured into their death.
Damn right.
And that's what happened, man. She got lured out of town to be beat to death by any one or two of these 6 people and having 4 and 5 witnesses. Watch.
And that's another thing. That's why they won't do it, because it was transgenders and she was a sister. That is the problem. It was a black woman. They don't care. If that if that was our oppressor, if that was one of their women, they would have they would have thought of every charge possible to charge them people with and lock them up. But because it's a sister and it's a transgender, and that's the agenda that they want to push on black people and all over everywhere, that's why this case is taking so long. Exactly. That's why they haven't arrested everybody. They would have found any reason to arrest everybody, charge them to the fullest. Everybody would have been in jail back right now if it was an oppressive woman. Everybody would be locked up behind bars, facing years in prison. But because it's a sister, nobody cares, man.
Yep, and you got the prosecutor. He won't release their names. You know what I'm saying? He won't release the suspect. He'll just say, oh, it is a U.S. citizen. He got 6 friends. They don't want to say who nobody is. But every day in the news, they tell you who the suspect is. Every day they give you a picture in the corner. They describe him. They tell you about how he had prior charges and was known for this. The local drug dealer and the person that wasn't this and he was everything hideous in that in the book. But now all of a sudden now they hide an identity. Doesn't make sense, man.
Especially if it's a brother. They put out everything. He had I forgot the word they used. Something about with the police, and it probably be some parking tickets or some nonsense like that. But the wording they use with it make it seem like, oh, he had warrants or something like that. He did have warrants. He might have had a child support warrant, some parking tickets. They try to make it seem like this brother here, it was so dangerous out there in the streets. We got another criminal off the street. He was a threat to the police every single time a brother does something. But when it comes to your oppressor, they throw up the most nicest family pictures. The most nice. Look how he was such a loving father.
Yeah, they want you to feel sorrowful and pity and all this on him, but they post a picture of the brother smoking weed with a picture of him with his gun out. They have to make him look like some felon or gangbanger, when in all reality, he's never been arrested a day in his life.
A day in his goddamn life.
You know what I'm saying? Just a product of 2 different environments.
Because
you drinking, man? You drinking some tea over there?
This Gatorade.
Oh, Gatorade, yeah, this Gatorade too. Hard Gatorade. I had to switch to like Mike's Hard or something because and all that beer with all that yeast in it, man. Well, that's what my homie was just telling me, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I try to avoid too much beer anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, they say we got a viewer up. I wish we could see who the viewer was, but we can't see. But yeah, go ahead. What was you saying, Salaki?
And that's the thing about being inside of this disgusting kingdom, man. They want to put that the hatred that they have for a heterosexual black male and heterosexual black women. They hate us. They hate us to the point where anybody can really do anything they want to us. They can do what they wanted to do to us. Because what? Because heterosexual men and women, we are a threat because we won't go with their agenda. And that's why black women should stay away from non-heterosexual men. Non-heterosexual men are not set up to protect women. Heterosexual men are set up to protect women. Non-heterosexual men, they want to destroy women, man. And we got to get out of that. And the thing is, our women think that's okay because it's pushed on them. A lot of our women get caught up in those what do they call them, reality shows, and that's what they show them, partying and having fun with the non-heterosexual.
Oh yeah, man. I got man.
They show them
I really be watching.
I
gotta cut you off, man. I really be watching all those shows, and it's always some transgender on there starting shit. Always some transgender, and they trying to find a reason to be aggressive. They trying to find a reason to have an altercation. They just jump into the altercation, man. You just hear it, and you can tell, okay, that's a transgender, and They trying their hardest to be some rowdy woman and talking like they doing something by saying they can beat the crap out of some woman when they're really a man. You know what I'm saying? Which this situation doesn't change. Proof. It said there is already an arrest warrant issued for the crime of femicide to the detriment of the victim and against an alleged responsible for these acts, a friend of hers. It says the death did not result from a quarrel, which means they wasn't fighting, they wasn't getting into it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they didn't
saying?
argue.
Yeah, it said, but from a direct aggression that this person made. You know what I'm saying? So when it says femicide, somebody killed her because she's a woman, and they're not. They killed her because because they hate women.
They hate them.
So they killed her. You know what I'm saying? They black women have loved these homosexuals and swore up and down that ISUBK hated women. And here we are protecting our women. They're not getting beat to death in Mexico.
Damn
You know what I'm saying? They're not getting beat to death in North Carolina where we're about to have Passover at. They won't be getting beat to death there. Where was we at last time? What part of Florida?
Florida.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando, Florida. None of our women got beat to death. You can get beat to death trying to attack one of them, but you're not going to beat them to death. You know what I'm saying? But yet here's their beloved homosexual friends, their best friends, their bestie, and all these supporters of ignorance that they do. Here they are creating situations so that they can beat you to death, so that they can attack you. Why? Because they hate you because you're a woman. They hate women. Why do you think they want to replace the woman? They hate you.
Sir.
It's very simple.
And for some reason, our women will not listen to that. They don't believe it. They won't believe it. We've been saying this forever, and it happens, and they don't believe it. And they still won't believe it whatsoever. They still won't listen to it whatsoever, because our oppressor influences them in every aspect of life, and they think it's okay. Instead of doing what the scriptures say do, they do what the oppressors say do, and it does nothing but harm them. It does nothing but hurt them. It does nothing but destroy them, and they do not understand that, nor will they listen. They won't listen. Transgenders hate real women. They hate them. Wow, think about this. You saw a transgender in the UFC. Why would he want to go in there and punch a woman in the face when he knows he's
and clearly beat a woman all in the face?
He fractured her skull, broke her. No, he done beat the tar out of this woman. But you a man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then it says the death certificate classifies Robin's death as accidental or violent. Nothing. It's like it, noting that the approximate time between injury and death was 15 minutes.
Damn.
He died 15 minutes. It says the cause of death was severe spinal cord injury, which means they was hitting her in the back and in the back of her neck where your spine runs. It says severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability or excessive movement in the upper neck vertebrae. So they're probably yanking her head back and forth, breaking her damn neck, basically.
Good night.
And just continuously doing it, and then beating her some more and she was, from the time she was first injured to the time she died was 15 minutes. Damn. Simple 15 minutes. And they left her there. They packed up their stuff and they left to come back to America. And then once she was found dead and it came out, then all of a sudden everybody got something to say. Now the homosexuals are afraid. It is crazy. It's like if I say it right, just sharp enough. That is crazy, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. How is it that you're doing all this to this sister? Not that you got into it and she pissed you off. Not that she said anything to piss you off or argue with you or came at you some way. You created a way to cause an issue. Couldn't even do that because she didn't argue back. You know what I'm saying? She didn't fight back.
She didn't.
He just
want
became aggressive towards her sister and beat her in her back and in the back of her neck so much that she had severe spinal cord injury. That can stop you from walking. You're no longer mobile without your spine.
Damn
You know what I'm saying? So, and all these other injuries that just prove that they was yanking his sister around. You know what I'm saying? So not to just use you, Hebrew, but like you got your fro, they grab you, or I got my braids, they grab me and yanking my head back and forth. You know what I'm saying? That it causes injuries. You know, that's really how you get whiplash from being yanked too fast a certain direction. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
Yeah, she dies 15 minutes afterwards.
They probably was pounding her head into the ground.
You know they was, and she didn't fight back. It's if a person is no longer fighting or never started fighting, how much does it take to release your anger on a person? If me and you get into an altercation and you punch me and I fall and I'll sit there and not fight back, somebody might get 1 or 2 more hits in and they're done. But let some evil bastard get a hold of you and see they have a clear win in strength and in size, and the fact that they have nothing to challenge them, and they keep going to the point that you are dead, they deserve to be locked up.
They deserve to be locked up.
You deserve your punishment. You deserve punishment from the Most High Lord, and that's what you're going to get. Everybody that sat back and watched it and recorded it, meaning they really record. When you record something, when you record somebody's fight, it's to embarrass the loser. That's what it is. I see you fighting and you lose, and I pull out my phone and start recording, like, fight back or something. I'm looking for a show, and when I post this on the internet, I know the person that lost is gonna be embarrassed.
Damn right.
Guess who's doing this? Another homosexual. Why? Because he hates women. He didn't care if they called these 6 friends from school. Why did he go stop? And this was a friend. Why didn't they stop the fight? Makes no sense. Never stop the fight. They was able to be done with their situation, leave and go home, and left her there on the floor.
To die.
Dead. To die. And that's ridiculous. And that's what we going out here to do this broadcast about. We really got to link back into your Facebook too, because there's a lot of people on your Facebook that typically joins in.
Kind of.
I know they probably still thinking. Or you can let them know, direct them to my page if you need to. Yeah, not to steal your great viewers, you know, because you had some good viewers, man. They commented and stuff. But yeah, man, it's really ridiculous, man. What time is it? It's gonna be a short show, Watcher, man. So feel free to join right in, say everything. I want you to get everything out, man. You be having a lot of deep shit to say that I already said in life, but yeah, it's always good to hear it a second time. You know what I'm saying, brother? Where is Abaya Gaal?
She is at work.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was finna talk junk because she's supposed to be here, just like we supposed to be here at everyone, man. She need a secondary, man, somebody to do her job when she not here, man. All them sisters she know.
Damn right, sir.
Because you listening, you are not here. I should take you to counsel, sis. Yeah, so she should be watching with her headphones in at work. She probably is and just can't say nothing. But yeah, man, that's sad with that sister, man. That's sad. That's sad. It's sad to see him in the UFC. And I knew it was gonna be something the moment they started this transgender stuff, and I seen the woman of the year was a man. I knew it was gonna be something. Now they out saying like, men men who are attracted to transgender women are not gay. When you are.
You are.
Eddie Winslow got caught with that transgender. That transgender said men who are attracted to transgenders are not gay. You are homosexual.
You definitely are.
You're homosexual.
There's no way to slice it. And people say that, and the proof that it's wrong, as soon as they get caught with a tranny or something, they try to explain what's going on. Like, no, so it wasn't really like that.
I'm gonna give you one better. Like the fact that you got caught, you had to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't catch me if I'm not hiding or running from it. It's like you run up there. Yeah, I caught you with your Hebrew cover on. Caught me. I wear this every day. You know, I'm in public with it. That's why.
Damn
If I
right.
caught you with something, you was hiding something. Caught you. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't supposed to be drinking virgins. I'm like, oh, I'm in Gatorade. I'm like, oh, caught you drinking a Gatorade. You go, oh shit, you caught me. I wasn't running from it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But with that, I'm done. If you ain't got nothing to add, man, I'm finna hit these strizzies. Get these interviews done.
I'm too wild, sir. We'll get to it next week and really dig into some stuff.
And yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Try to find a couple people that can come on here and we can further interview them. You know what I'm saying? And ask them the same questions we had to ask on the street.
Kind of. I'm gonna try to get my Facebook together too.
All right, man. With that, shalom, y'all Bashem Yashar Brakatah to the Akim, shalom, Yahweh Shemar Latham Bahashem Yahweh Shah to the Akwathim.
Shalom, Israel.